TV7 Israel News is made possible thanks to your generous donations. Shalom, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Israel has stepped up its drastic preventative measures as the corona contagion continues to relentlessly spread throughout the Jewish state, with the number of afflicted individuals crossing the 7,000 mark. A ministerial committee chaired by Premier Benjamin Netanyahu has declared the predominantly ultra-orthodox city of Bnei Brak a restricted area. The Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan is successfully limiting the corona contagion spread as it repeatedly enacts extraordinary measures of social distancing. Israel has stepped up its drastic preventative measures as the corona contagion continues to relentlessly spread throughout the Jewish state. As of 10 o'clock this morning, the number of afflicted individuals grew to 7,030 confirmed cases, out of whom 115 people are in critical condition. Furthermore, I'm sad to report that another 4 individuals succumbed to the disease, raising the number of victims to 37 in total. Meanwhile, a ministerial committee chaired by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was formed and authorized by the cabinet in Jerusalem last night to declare areas that are uncontrollably plagued by the coronavirus as restricted areas. Shortly thereafter, in line with a previous announcement by the Israeli premier, the predominantly ultra-orthodox city of Bnei Brak was declared a restricted area. Subsequently, a large number of police forces were deployed throughout the city early this morning, and by 7 o'clock, no one is permitted to either enter or exit the city except for humanitarian cases.
החל משעות הבוקר המוקדמות, מרחב דן נפרס עם כוחות תגבור ארציים בחסימות לעיר בני ברק. בשעה 7 סיימנו את הפריסה בעיר, אין כניסה ויציאה מהעיר לכל גורמים שלא הומניטריים.
In addition to the city's hermetic blockade, the IDF Home Front Command was ordered to start evacuating individuals that have been confirmed as coronavirus carriers and their private residence is not suitable for self-quarantine. Furthermore, the Israeli military, in coordination with local authorities, is evacuating several thousands of elderly citizens from the city in order to reduce their exposure to the virus.
החיילים של פיקוד העורף הם קיבלו משימה להוציא את החולים מהעיר. זאת משימה אזרחית משותפת עם רשות העיר.
While the city of Bnei Brak is predominantly ultra-orthodox, a sector of society that has been subject to mounting criticism by Israel's general public over their refusal to adhere to the government's restrictive measures, the police district commander insisted that at this stage, only a small margin of the ultra-orthodox sector remains obstinately disobedient.
רוב תושבי בני ברק שומרי חוק ונשמעים להנחיות לתקנות לשעת חירום. אנחנו מתעסקים עם מקבץ מאוד מאוד קטן. אתמול פשטנו על 2 ישיבות שביום היו מתפללים, קיבלו דוחות בהתאם, אבל אני עוד פעם רוצה להגיד, תושבי בני ברק נשמעים לחוק, מצייתים לחוק.
In addition to the city of Bnei Brak, the IDF Home Front Command has launched a nationwide operation to assist the elderly population, which is in dire need of essential commodities and medicines. According to Brigadier General Amit Bao, the IDF is tasked with helping local authorities in supporting vital logistics, which includes door-to-door handouts to assure that those in need do not experience hunger.
הגענו לכאן עם מספר צוותים, כאשר המטרה היא בעצם לעזור לרשות, לא להחליף אותה חס וחלילה, אבל לעזור להם לחלק את כל הדברים. חשוב לנו מאוד שבטח לפני פסח וגם בשוטף לא יהיו אנשים רעבים בבית, ויהיו אנשים שיקבלו את כל מה שצריך.
General Bao further noted that approximately 500 Holocaust survivors are also receiving special shipments to accommodate their needs ahead of the high holiday of Passover.
אנחנו יודעים שיש מספר ניצולי שואה כ-500 שהעירייה החליטה לחלק להם מנות, מה שנקרא קמחא דפסחא לפני פסח. הם זקוקים למנות האלה כי זה חלקם גם מיעוטי יכולת. חשוב לנו מאוד להיכנס, להיעזר ולרתום את עצמנו למשימה הזאת שלנו. היא נראית משימה בעלת חשיבות מאוד מאוד גבוהה.
While Israeli decision makers and enforcement authorities are making every effort to limit the spread of the coronavirus and accommodate the growing needs of the quarantined Israeli public, a rising death toll due to the contagion is also forcing the relevant authorities to prepare for a possible deterioration.
הרגשות הן מאוד מעורבות, שאנחנו לא יודעים למה לצפות, לא יודעים את כמות הנפטרים שאנחנו נצטרך לטפל. באמת יש הרבה חששות מהבחינה הזו. אנחנו כולנו תפילה שאנחנו נעמוד במשימה ונעשה אותה על הצד הטוב ביותר, באופן הכי מקצועי והכי מכבד את הנפטר, את המשפחה ואותנו.
According to the chairperson of Chevra Kadisha, which is the national organization in charge of Jewish funerals, the victims of the coronavirus are treated in a manner that will allow their grieving relatives to attend the burial ceremony.
הקבורה מתבצעת בניילונים אטומים כדי שלא לסכן את המלווים ואת המשפחה של הנפטרים. כשאנחנו מסיימים כאן את הכנת הנפטר לקבורה, אנחנו בעצם אורזים אותו בתוך ניילונים אטומים שמאפשרים למשפחה לגשת ולהיפרד ממנו מקרוב, וגם לא מסכנת את המלווים או את האנשים שמטפלים בהסעת הנפטר ובכל הטיפול בהמשך בנפטר. וכמו שאמרתי, הצוותים שלנו כאן הם מוגנים לגמרי, ולכן הם יכולים לטפל בנפטר גם כשהוא לא בתוך האריזות הממוגנות.
Turning now to Israel's eastern neighbor Jordan, where the Hashemite Kingdom is taking extraordinary measures to thwart the corona contagion spread. Since 3 o'clock this afternoon, Jordanian authorities confirmed that there are currently only 299 infected individuals. While the number of tests is far lower than in the kingdom's western neighbor Israel, where about 7,000 tests are conducted each day, Jordanian authorities have resorted to a strict nationwide curfew which forces the general public to distance from one another. And while the majority of the kingdom's subjects are adherent, the governorate of Irbid has been less compliant to the king's directives, consequently forcing a government decision to blockade the entire region from the rest of the country.
قررنا اتخاذ مزيد من الإجراءات الاحترازية على النحو التالي. أولاً، عزل محافظة إربد عن باقي محافظات المملكة بشكل كامل، ولا يسمح لأحد بالخروج منها أو الدخول إليها من غير المصرح لهم بذلك.
The decision, which was made last week and thus far successfully limited the spread of the contagion out of the plagued region, was received by the local residents of the blockaded governorate with relative understanding.
هالقرار اجى اكيد بعد دراسه شامله للوضع الحالي، خصوصا انه اغلب الحالات المصابه بالفيروس فيروس كورونا اللي هي من محافظه اربد. من رايي الشخصي وهو رايي العامه هالقرار جدا مناسب حتى نقدر نحد من تفشي هالفيروس ونسيطر عليه.
It is important to know that the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan has shut itself from the rest of the world, with all land and sea border crossings sealed and all passenger flights suspended until further notice. In contrast, cargo flights and commercial overland shipments have been allowed in and out of the country. These radical precautionary measures, which the kingdom undertook early on, have proven fruitful, as Amman managed to limit the number of victims to 5 in total, with the first casualty reported on Saturday, March the 28th. Thank you for watching us. You can also watch us at TV7israelnews.com or TV7.fi. For any comments, please send your emails to israelnews@tv7.fi. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our supporters, as your financial donations as well as your prayers are the reason TV7 Israel News is made possible. And I'd like to continue to encourage you to join myself and the team here in Jerusalem by praying for the peace of Jerusalem, praying for the peace and salvation of Israel, as well as for all those who are impacted by this corona contagion around the world. I'm Jonathan Hassan. Have a Erev Tov and Shabbat Shalom. We will see you again on Monday at the same time.